Our country has over 2 million female veterans, but sadly, so many of them have a hard time finding work when they return home. Thankfully, people like my next guest are making it their mission to give these women the skills and confidence they need to live the life they deserve. Take a look.
Celebrity hairstylist Michael John Derricott is making a difference, one makeover at a time, through his organization, Makeovers That Matter.
Today, it has grown to an organization that enlists hairstylists, makeup artists, and wardrobe stylists, all of us bringing to the table what we can to help our female veterans get into the workforce.
And it's not just looking good on the outside. Michael John and his team want to empower these women within by offering career advice and counseling to build their confidence.
I was a 11-year vet from the U.S. Army, and now that I've gone through this program and I see that there's so many people that care and donate their time and effort to assist us, that alone has given me hope.
I've been doing hair for 25 years. I've had the gift and the blessing to do a lot of things in my life, but I have to tell you the most important thing that I have ever done, and it is truly my calling, is Makeovers That Matter.
And joining me now from West Hollywood, California, is Michael John Derricott. Welcome to you, Michael.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think this is such a wonderful thing you're doing, Makeovers That Matter. Started in 2012. What inspired you to start this?
Honestly, it was my own interest in giving back to my community in a real personal way, and it just sort of happened as an outcome of me donating my Tuesdays to cutting hair for homeless women at a homeless shelter, not thinking that it would go any further than that. But I was there at this shelter cutting hair for homeless women, and I did it for months. And while I was there, I realized these women, they needed far more than a haircut to change their lives. And also, it might be better if it were offered at a different point in time when it could really help shift their own personal trajectory. It hit me that economically challenged women, when they're looking for a job, that's the moment, and that's the woman that is really a makeover is gonna impact their lives in a really big way.
And then to make that connection between those women who are in need and really can benefit from this and the fact that so many are veterans, too. Because when you started, you didn't have that connection.
It didn't immediately fall into veterans initially. So I started in April of 2012. It was just grassroots by myself. I made some gift certificates to get your hair colored and cut for free by me, and went to every organization in town that I could find. By May 5th, we had a launch event, and we invited 19 women to come in and get complete makeovers and a little counseling and some interview do's and don'ts. And 15 of these women turned out to be female veterans, which literally then changed the trajectory of my organization to serve the women who had served our nation, which for me is the perfect fit.
And you don't provide just a fresh haircut and makeup. You do much more than that.
Well, we do. Initially, when I first started this whole thing, I do what I know how to do, and that's do makeovers. Right. That's been my business for 20 years. But what I was doing immediately sort of caught the attention of my friends and my circle, and I had a lot of people who found what I was doing very interesting and wanted to offer what they do. So I was joined by licensed therapists, yoga meditation experts, dietitians, nutritionalists. Obviously, we want to teach women how-tos on coloring or styling your hair, putting on your makeup, the right clothes to wear. And then we have interview specialists, job interview specialists, and financial literacy.
You're working on the whole woman.
The whole literally.
Yeah.
And all of this is put together in what we call the Mindset Program.
The Mindset Program. Yeah, and how have you seen these transformations change their lives? Has to be pretty dramatic, I would think.
It's pretty dramatic, and it's been happening for about 3.5 years, but there is one story that really stands out to me. When I first started this journey, I met a woman who was an Army medic. Her name's Doreen Ferris. And obviously, as an Army medic, you're going to see some pretty scary stuff. Yeah. You know, you're putting people back together, and you may even see some of your friends, you know, lose some of their limbs and stuff. So she came back dealing with a lot of stress and trauma. So when she got to me, one of her fantasies, because in the Army, you know, you really can't color your hair. You can't have colored hair and two-toned hair, so she wanted to be a blonde. So I achieved that for her. And she was part of my first graduating class in the very first Mindset program in late 2014. And during the Mindset program, we set her up with an interview with Starbucks, and it was a phone interview. So one of the things I know is if you're on a phone interview, you need to sound happy, healthy, and full of energy. So he said you've got to make a crazy face in the mirror while you're talking on the phone, do a little jig, a little dance, whatever you can do to make yourself laugh, because that'll pull over. Well, she got the job, and now she is going to be managing her own Starbucks.
Managing her own, oh my God.
Yeah, it's really great.
That's why you do it. Michael John, you stay right here, okay? Because when we come back, we're meeting two extraordinary women who are revealing their whole new look for the very first time on this show. Don't go away.